Good morning! Today's another art market. It's about 10 o'clock and I have to go to the market, the place, at 3. Ow! Ow! God. Oh my God! That looks so horrible. And my husband is always wondering why I'm so adamant about my sunscreen. Because when I'm not, and when I just go out without sunscreen on, I had lunch with an old friend yesterday. We were sitting outside and we were talking, and then 2.5 hours passed and we were still talking and we were out in the sun. This is the first time that I've been sunburned in like years because I'm so adamant about wearing sunscreen because look how awful that is. Look how awful that is. Oh my God. Anyway, it's not, I mean, it hurts a little bit, but it's not that bad. I am gonna see how many projects I can get done in 5 hours. Now, I have a lot of projects that are like 90% done, so I'm gonna try to get at least 1 or 2 of those done by the art market later today. Okay, the first thing that I might potentially be able to finish is this tulip vest. Although I'm not actually sure because this is kind of cute. I thought that it was too small on me, but then I might have like lost weight, or maybe I just had something really thick on underneath it, but it seems to fit now. So I was gonna give this away because it was just slightly too small for me around my bust, but it seems to work now. So I might do like a little tie or something in the front, you know, just like slip stitch a long thing and tie it in the front like I've seen people do on Pinterest. Okay, so that's one. Oh, a watermelon hat. Oh fuck, I need this much more green from here to here. I ran out. Kind of looks like a little strawberry right now. Also, this bag. It's mostly done except for a couple of ends need to be weaved in, and I want to line it. This was pretty much in the exact same state last month, and I just needed to line it, and I was gonna line it on the last day before my market, but then I just didn't have time. So now I'm gonna line it today, I hope, because I've never lined a bag that's like not square before. Although I love this bag. Look how fucking cute this is. Oh! Oh! How amazing it is! It's so freaking cute. I might not finish that blue tulip vest. I probably am just gonna line that pink bag, finish the watermelon hat, and then if I have time, I might work on the blue thing, but realistically, what I'm gonna do instead is probably just pump out some bandanas, because I've got a lot of cotton yarn that I like to use for bandanas. I like to use the Peaches and Cream stripy yarn for my bandanas. This is the Lily Sugar and Cream, but Walmart version Peaches and Cream. There are these ones that are like the regular Peaches and Cream cotton yarn, and then there's the stripy ones, which I think might be intended to be the same, but it's not the same. This one is slightly thinner and softer and not as stiff as this one, which is why I like to make these into bandanas, and I like to make these into hats because they're a little bit more stiff, and these are a little bit more flexible, which I think is nice for bandanas because it's got a shape to your head. Also, I have to go to the bank and get some money to give out as change for my market today, and that is pretty much, I think, all that I'm gonna have time for. I would like to, I would like to get more done, but realistically, I think that's all that I'm gonna have time to do. I sold a hexagon cardigan last week, or earlier this week, I did a commission, and I think I talked a little bit about that in my last video, and I was super excited about that. And so I've been working on that for the past couple of weeks, and I finally finished it and got the money for it. So, and I immediately after I got the money from that cardigan, I went to Walmart and turned it into yarn, which I thought I was gonna have time to make at least some more stuff. I mean, I did definitely make some stuff for the art market today, but you know, I still have like this whole full bag of stuff that I didn't end up using. There like this, the Super Saver Ombre in purple. What's the actual violet? I got 3 of these because I wanted to turn it into another hexagon cardigan. I mean, I say this, but we'll see if it ends up actually happening. I'd like to get at least 1 hexagon cardigan done a month, so that no matter what I sell at the art market, the next month I'll have something to display on my mannequin, because I think that looks really nice, and I think that's like a really good representation of the things that I am selling. And it's also a good eye catcher too. So, and it was really surprising because the last art market that I went to, I had this pink ombre hexagon cardigan displayed on my mannequin, and that was the first thing that sold. That was the very first thing that sold. And it's like a higher priced item that people like. It's a higher priced item that people like. Especially, I mean, it is July, so I'm not really expecting anybody to buy sweaters and stuff. That's what I said last month, and I sold that cardigan. So, and I feel like the cardigans are only going to get more popular as the weather cools down. So if I could get like at least 2 or 3 done by, say, like September, I think I would have a pretty good stock. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to finish this, but this green halter top. I started this over a month ago, and I stopped because I think that this is the project that I injured my wrist on, because I was just single crochets with this cotton yarn. I'm telling you, I don't know how Kelsey does it. She is like, I don't know how she's constantly doing single crochet tops with the Lily Sugar and Cream all day. And it's like all day she's like a machine. But anyway, last month I injured my wrist. I think it was on this project. It might have been something else, and I just was convincing myself that it was this project, which is why I put it down. But it's about that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it actually, because I'm going to need it to be about that far, and then I still have to add the straps, and so that's a possibility. But the reason that I said that I wanted to finish this was because I need the green to finish the watermelon hat. And I would like to make at least 1 bandana with this colorway. It's Lavender Meadow, because I have a handful of bandanas ready on my market, like a couple in a few different colorways, but I don't have one in this color yet. So I want to make at least 1 or 2 of these. The bandanas, they take me about an hour to make. So if I wanted to make 2 of them, that would probably be like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. Come on, adjust. I got myself a little beveragino. And so now I'm ready to get back to work. I was listening to The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess on vinyl again. And I might have to like legitimately put a rule on myself that I can't listen to Chappell Roan while I'm working, because if I'm listening to Chappell Roan, I'm not really working. I'm usually just dancing and singing, because what the hell are you even doing if you're listening to Chappell Roan and you're not dancing and singing? It's just so hard. Like, I was considering putting on the Tortured Poets department, but then I was like, I love that album, but Chaperone is more of like poppy boppy. And I was like, I'm just gonna have to work through it and not have a dance party. And about halfway through Femininomenon, which if you don't know is the first song on the album, I was having a dance party. Hit it like rum pom pom pom. I have out, oh sorry if you don't, I'm sorry. I cut out the liner shape. This is double layered. It's 2 pieces, I just cut them on the fold, so they're the exact same. And I'm just going to sew, not around the whole thing, because obviously I want the top to be able to open. So I'm just doing the round part. So I'm gonna start here, gonna go and stop here, and then I'm gonna hand sew the top closed and sew it to the bag simultaneously. Ladies, you know what I mean, and you know what you need. And so does he. Okay, I found my pins. I'm now gonna pin this. Now I'm gonna pin the 2 pieces together so that they don't come apart while I'm sewing.
My crochet goods. I love wearing clothes that I make. It's just such a fulfilling and amazing thing that I can make my own clothes. So that's exactly what we're doing today. So if all goes well, I will be using a size 4 hook. The yarn recommends a 3.75, but honestly, I don't know, this yarn seems a little... Since this is made to measure, you have a little chart and there's like a...
Okay, I just finished sewing the liner closed. So I guess, I mean, I don't use white thread, and I maybe should, but like you can't see it. You can't see it once it's turned inside out. And if anything, the colored thread helps me see what I'm doing better, because I'm really a beginner sewing machine person, user, sewist, whatever the hell it's called. I'm a beginner sewist, seamstress, but I'm not really a seamstress. I'm not making clothes, I'm just sewing lines. If that makes sense. But anyway, I kind of got a nice even curve to the bottom of the bag. And I was kind of worried that I wasn't going to be able to get a smooth curve, because I've seen like people having to like cut little snips in it and then fold their fabric. But I think that's mostly for, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I don't even really need to flip this inside out, because I am going to sew it into the bag, like just insert it into the bag just as it is, inside out right now, so that when you look in the bag, you're seeing the outside of the liner. You know what I mean? Usually when you're sewing, you want your threads to be hidden. So how it is right now would be considered the inside. But I'm gonna put it in the bag like this, and then sew it along the edge so that when I open it, I'm still seeing the outside. I'm seeing the outside of the liner. The outside of the liner. Even though it's inside the bag, it's the outside of the liner because you can't see the thread. Okay, breaking news a little bit. I have a YouTube video playing. I hope you can't hear it, but it's just gonna be really fast. Breaking news. A couple of videos ago, I mentioned that I lost some gold earring hooks, and so I had to buy more. And I knew for certain that the gold hooks that I already had, I didn't like lose them. They were still in my house. It was just a matter of time before I found them. I bought this exact package of earring hook wires a couple of weeks ago, and I lost them. And I know for certain they are in this house because I took them to the library to make earrings while I was at knitting club a couple of weeks ago, but I know I didn't forget it at the library. I saw the gold earring hook wires in my purse in there, and I said, ooh, I don't want to forget those in there. I'll let you know when I find them. It might be weeks from now, or they may never turn up. I don't know. And I did. I found them. Now I have all of these. So, it was in a box by my desk. I will bet you anything. I was just tidying my desk for something temporary, probably to take some photos of like products on my desk. So I was just kind of clearing off my desk really fast and putting things in a box, and then I just shoved it away, and then I lost sight of the box because it got covered with clothes, and then I lost them. But I found them.
Later.
I finished it! I finished it, I finished it, I finished it! Yay! It took a little bit longer to sew in this liner than I thought it was going to, and it's now 2:07. So I have a little bit less than an hour before I have to go to the art market. But you know what? I'm going to decide to not stress about it, because I stressed about it the last time because it was my first time doing it, and I was worried that I wasn't gonna have enough stuff to fill my table and I was gonna look like I had an empty table, which I didn't want. But I made enough stuff to fill my table out, and I only have more stuff than I had last time. You know what? I got this bag done, and the lining looks really good. And I'm super excited that I finally have it finished, because like I said, I wanted to sell this at my last art market a month ago, but I just didn't get it lined in time, and I didn't want to sell it without a liner because I just think that look, I just think it helps. I think it looks way more professional. I think it looks more like a, I mean, not necessarily like a store-bought bag, but the kind of stuff that you can carry is limited if you don't have a lined bag. So, this is so freaking cute! Ah! I don't really know what I want to work on now. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to finish a whole other project before I have to go get ready for my market, because I do still have to stop at the bank, and I do have to pee. And I have been working all morning, which means I deserve a little break. Okay, it is now 2:38. I packed up my car. I took a little smoky smoke break. And now I'm gonna go to the bank and then go to the art market. So I only finished one project. You know, it is what it is. I had a little bit high expectations, but I dropped off lunch to my husband, and then I was talking with my sister-in-law for a little bit while I was over there. But I am going to take this skein of yarn and this 5mm hook, because the last time I set up, it didn't take me 2 hours to set up. It only took me about 45 minutes to set up, because I didn't have like big display shelves like some of the other booths had. Not a booth, just a table. So I had about an hour and 15 minutes to just wait for the thing to started that I could have been crocheting, that I could have made a whole bandana to put out on my table after I was done making it. So I'm gonna take this. Oh, I should probably bring a darning needle and some scissors too if I'm gonna like finish it all the way. I am putting this darning needle in the coin. That actually might not be a good idea because I have to sit to drive. I gotta go. I'll talk to you more about the art market later, but I really gotta go and go to the bank and go to the art market. So wish me luck. I'll see you later. Bye.